Alright, so what's up everybody? I know it's been a while since my road trip up to Illinois, so I'm back with a new video. This is pretty much going to be a talk session about some of the items that I have in my haunted cabinet, and this is a lineup, so there's going to be at least the first one here. I have a demon box that's going to be in this video, and then the next ones that follow this video are going to be some pendulums that have been used that people had me remove. One of them was given to me. The other one was removed from a person's home. Their name stays confidential because I went in there to help bless their home from top to bottom, and they used the pendulum to talk, of course, is what we do to communicate with spirits, and she had me remove it from her house. And after that one, there will be a Necronomicon, a copy of it that I have. We'll do a talk one about that in upcoming videos as well as a corn cob from the 1900s, perfectly preserved from Randolph County Asylum that I've been there twice, and a brick from the Jailhouse of Mystery, which was given to me by the owners. So we'll be talking about those in upcoming videos as well. So the first one here is my demon box. I got it from a oddity store. It was given to me, but it's not this box that you all see here. Let me get it up close there, and yeah, you can hear it. And let me get in front of the camera here. So you got Saint Benedict medallion blessed in a blessed crucifix. The box is inside. It's a box inside of a box. I just keep it inside this one. I made this one myself. Sealed the edges and everything like that. This one is closed. There's a barrier. I keep it inside this one because I anointed the edges of the seal here, the lid, and the box itself with frankincense and myrrh anointing oil that I got blessed as well. Inside here is a Saint Benedict rosary that's been blessed, a blessed crucifix that has been covered in frankincense and myrrh anointing oil as well, and a prayer of declaration and another prayer about putting the enemy to shame. So I will open this up and I will show you guys. There's also in here dirt from Ed Gein's grave as well. So here is, every time I open this box, you can just feel what's in there. So there it is. It's the grossest looking Rice Krispie treat that you will ever see. There are some other crazy things about this thing. There's like a part of, looks like some human hair. There's a bone. Upside down cross, I'll show you guys so you guys can hold it up there. Maybe y'all can see it all or not. If you want to, you guys can pause the video and really look at that. Anyways, I call this thing Pinky. I can shake it, and there's definitely a lot of stuff in here. Now, about this box itself, when I had this, I had it in my duplex I was sharing with my friends and stuff like that. So I had this on my table in my living room as a kind of a piece, like a thing to look at, which I should have had it in my display case from the beginning. But this piece here was sitting on my table, and it was facing towards the wall, and my door was closed, but someone was coming in. So the crazy part about that is that the box, when my friend pointed out when he came in, you can see the back where the wax is actually melted off. Now, how that happened was we were outside hanging out. I was enjoying a day off. We were all just kind of like having a couple of beers and stuff like that. Just putting the rosary back on the top of this thing here. And there's also Palo Santo, a stick of Palo Santo in there. Very good stuff. And we come inside, and he goes, "Dude, look at your box." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Look at your box." So I looked down, and the wax had melted off the back. And I was kind of like, okay. So I pick it up, I touch the top and everything. The wax is still solid, but for some reason, and I know what a lot of y'all are saying is that, well, sunlight coming in through the window and stuff, but it was far enough away from the window and out of the sunlight, so there's no way that we can't explain. I can't even explain how that would happen. maybe some of you all guys can post your comments in the comment section down below. But the amount of wax that melted off formed this very thin line on the table. So I had to scrape that up and I threw it out. And when I picked the box, I was like, well, maybe, maybe the sunlight, could have done something to, had a part of that. I know you gotta look at the alternatives. So I pick it up and I had my hand, I picked it up off the table and I'm holding it, and right here in the center portion of it, it was like hot, like very hot to the touch, just in the center part here, just directly in the center. And I was like, okay, that's really hot. I was like, what is going on? So I took it, put it somewhere, and just kind of like, so that explains that. Now, as far as the lore of these things go, let me close that back. As far as the lore goes, a lot of people look at Dybbuk boxes. Oh, it's just a thing. It's just like a little decoration piece to spook people. But you got to look at where these things come from. And this one came from New Orleans, from what I was told, it was a voodoo priestess gift shop that she owns it, and she makes these things and she sells them. So maybe people go to her and she takes them. And like, I know with what they say about the demon box or whatever, is from what I gather from all the stories and all the information from these things, is that you have to have something that, if you have the attachment to you, then there are certain things that you give to the person, the shaman, the priest, or whoever is helping get you rid of these things. To get rid of this thing off of you, you have to pretty much get things of yours, like a ring or even hair. I did an opening on one and some hair was actually inside it. That video can be explained, it can be debunked a little bit, but I've never opened one before until that time, and I told myself I would never do it again. It was really scary, because you never know. I mean, you seriously never know. But from what I've been told, it's like the person will give like a lock of hair, a ring, a necklace, or something. The one that I opened it had a chicken's foot in it, like a baby chicken, like a chick foot, a bug carcass, a pretty good sized lock of hair. And there were some rose quartz in there and stuff like that. And this was all wrapped up in like a piece of like red felt, it almost looked like, or a piece of red linen with a ribbon around it. And it was in the shape of a coffin. It's kind of creepy. But as far as my belief with these is that if somebody has something attached to them and they want to get rid of it, usually sometimes they will seal it into the box. They will get the entity, they'll pretty much invoke the entity off of the person and bind it into these objects and then seal it inside the box and bless the box. Now, whatever's in these things, if they are real or if they're not, I truly believe there is something with this one. Because several people who have come into contact and looked at Pinky, they said they get a bad vibe off of there, and they would never recommend opening it, which I do believe. So you look at it as, is it real, is it not? So I do believe that you can bind an entity to something, and keep it bound there through constant prayers. Like if you look at the prayers, blessings. I mean, if you look at the Warren's Occult Museum, I mean, they have that thing get that place blessed multiple times throughout the weeks and the months. I mean, it's constant, because you got to keep those things locked there and bound there. So that's what I believe about the Dybbuk boxes. I mean, yes, I mean, I think it is truly possible. Does that stop the entity from leaving the box? No. I mean, they can roam anywhere, but they are bound there, and they can only go so far. So that's my take on the Dybbuk box. I do believe that there is something about these boxes. I mean, some of them are just made up. Like, people just take something and they buy it and they say, okay, I'm going to make one, I'm going to sell it, and can come up with some story. Because if you look online on eBay, you can find these things on eBay, and the stories are almost all the same. It's always about, oh, I went to an auction at a house and found this box, and I want to get rid of it now because this started happening, that started happening. Or it's, my aunt passed away, my grandfather passed away, my uncle passed away, and we were cleaning out his garage, and he had all these boxes locked up in the garage. They were all just like wall to wall. Or my dad was, or my uncle was a pastor at a church or a priest at a church, and he had several of these things just locked up in his garage. It's always the same story, so it kind of leaves you to look at some of the alternatives. Maybe just coming across one, especially from New Orleans. I mean, think about it. New Orleans, voodoo capital of the world, pretty much. I mean, for the United States. I mean, anywhere else, and there's all kinds of voodoo, but New Orleans is usually known for its hauntings and their culture and what they do. And stuff like that. So to have something like that come from New Orleans, and this piece is given to me, here you go. I've always wanted one, and I finally own one. And I will say that this one definitely does have something about it. There's an energy about it that just kind of gives people the willies. So I'll bring it out one last time for y'all to take a look at before I end this video. And stuff, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We're just trying to get some more stuff out there, so it just takes time and preparation and planning. But there is Pinky itself, the grossest looking Rice Krispie treat that you will ever see. And there's the shot of the back again, where the wax melted off. Come around this side here, and then here's the top with that little sigil thing. This thing here, like upside down horns, it almost kind of looks like a grotesque face in a way. And right here, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not, but there's like some human hair, like a part of a scalp right there. It's crazy looking. And there's like some kind of bobby pin thing right there. And then here is the upside down cross part that they put on there. And a bone, a chicken bone right there. Yeah, this thing is gross, guys. Like, it's got a personality, I would say, and stuff. So yeah, I need to get some holy water to wash my hands without touching that thing. Alright, but that's enough of that. It's always got to take precautions, guys. But yeah, guys, so that's my demon box that I have. I've had this thing now for, I've owned this thing for 4 years, and so far nothing bad's ever happened, because I monitor this thing and I pray over it, I bless it daily, and keep it where it belongs. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys the before I go, the prayers that are in here. So there's that one. Let me try to get into focus there. See if I can get a little bit closer so you have to read that. That's one of them. That's stay in the box. And then oh, sorry. The declaration prayer. Alright guys, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, I got some more on the way. Get that latch closed on there. There we go. Got some more on the way, guys. So, like we always say, excuse me, taking a different turn on some things and changing things up a little bit, like we say on the Facebook group page. But anyways, guys, so stay spooky, stay blessed, and stay safe, and we will see you on the other side.